Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we are doing a 2025 year wrap. Okay, so we're going to be going through the good, the bad, the hard, all the moments we went through in Jiu-Jitsu this 2025 year. It's been a crazy year, to say the least. I've gone through multiple belt changes, multiple competitions. First year I've competed out of state for Jiu-Jitsu. It was a crazy year for me. So I'm gonna be 100% with you guys. It was not my best competition year. And you guys might have seen that through the videos I posted throughout the year. It was not my year for competition. But you know, it's okay because I had a great year, the 2024 season. I had a pretty darn good year, the 2023 season. And we just had gotten started in the 2022 season, the very end of the year. I think I did my very first competition November of 2022. So we only did one competition that year. Anyways, we're focusing on 2025 in this video. So we're going to start off of how my year started. I started the year as a gray-black belt. And towards the end, actually, I think it was February 1st or 2nd or something like that. We didn't do any competitions in January. January was a little rough, you know, there's Europeans. I wanted to do all these big competitions, but, you know, that's like money and things like that we don't necessarily have. But one year I will do Europeans and stuff like that. Mark my word for it. So January we didn't do any big competitions. I didn't do any competitions. Don't know why. I just didn't. Then February came around, and I remember at the beginning of February was when Master Hoyler Gracie came and visited our gym. So that was our promotions. And I went from gray black belt and got promoted that day to my yellow belt. And I remember, man, I really wish I remembered the date for that. I think, I'm gonna have to check for you guys because I should remember. I should. I remember my blue belt promotion, but I don't remember my yellow belt. It was, I'm gonna check. Okay, guys, I was right. I checked. February 1st, I got my yellow belt. And that was pretty crazy. So, I got my yellow belt, and I also did not compete in February. I was freshly yellow belt, wanted to put my work into it, feel like I earned it. That was something that I didn't feel like I earned when I got to yellow. I just didn't feel like I earned the belt, even though I most definitely did, because I got all golds at gray belt and gray black belt. So I definitely earned my yellow belt, looking back. So let's fast forward to March 1st, which was a competition, my first competition of the year, which is pretty crazy to think because I'm competing in the beginning of January. I started 2026, which is just something to know. So yeah, March 1st, I'm competing, my first competition in the yellow belt division, and there's nobody in my division. But there's a blue belt, a weight class above me, and I'm like, heck, let's go, let's sign up, let's do it. So I go to sign up, I move up to the weight class above and to blue belt, and there's this one girl. Mind you, the weight class above was 160 plus because juveniles, it's like a huge range and they cut it off pretty low. So I don't even know how much this girl weighs. But when we got to the competition, turns out she told us that she weighed in 30 pounds above the weight class limit, which 160 plus 30, do the math, that means 190. So I fought a 190 pounder, and then I fought someone who was also weighed less than me. So, back to the story. There's the blue belt, and then later on, a green belt, a very well-known person in the jiu-jitsu community. She's really good at jiu-jitsu. I looked up to her for a really long time. She also joined the division, and that was a little scary for me. She's younger than me. She's weighed less than me. So she moved up to the division too, but she's a green belt. And if you don't know, green belt's like the highest like colors in the kids class rank. So it would be yellow for me, yellow, then yellow black, then orange white, then orange black, then green white, then green. That's where she was green. So even though the weight and stuff, you know, sure it matters a little bit, you know, there's all these factors, but it was our decisions, right? It's my decision to move up to blue, and she moved up as well. So we were all in this blue belt division. And so this girl was a year younger than me at the time, and a little bit lighter than me, and then I had somebody way heavier than me and a blue belt, also older than me, 1 year older than me. So none of that really makes a big difference. I'm just adding it for the extra details. So I'm going into this competition a little nervous. My first match is against the green belt, so I'm definitely a little nervous because I've looked up to her forever. And then my second match was against the blue belt, and then the blue belt and the green belt fought after that. So my first match, I go out there. My coach is there to coach me. He's not always at all the competitions, so I was really happy he came to this one. He was there coaching me, hyping me up, getting me ready for my match. My time to fight, I go out there. I won 6-0 by points. The only issue with that fight was I passed the guard. She was yelling on the mat, saying I was stalling and stuff. But I was just listening to my coach, and like, how can you really complain about that when you're a green belt and I'm a yellow belt, like a fresh yellow belt? I had my yellow belt for 1 month, right? Anyways, but that's not that big of a deal. Then I went out and fought the second girl. I got a takedown and passed her guard, got mount, and then she rolled me over. I started looking for arm bars, stuff like that. We just played there the rest of the time. So that competition, first competition of the year, I got gold, which was great. I was thrilled. So let's mark this down. First competition of the year. You might notice if you're looking behind me, I have none of my medals hung up, but that's because we're going to show them all at the end, so I took them all down. So first medal of the year, we got gold. Big step, thrilled with that, obviously. Then we move on to the next competition, which is March 15th. So I'm trying to catch up for January and February. My goal was 12 competitions this year. Did not happen. We're going to work towards it this coming up year, 2026. But 2025 had a lot happening. So March 15th was the next competition. I was fighting this girl I fought before. We're like a very competitive matchup. Like, we're both very equally skilled, you can put it. So I'm a yellow belt. It was weird what her belt was because I fought her before for the Naga belt in 2024, and she was a gray belt and I was a gray belt. And then I fought her at yellow belt, and she was a white belt with like a black stripe through it. So I don't really know how their gym does their belt, but that's like the step before blue. And I got my yellow belt right before blue, so we could be seen as equally ranked. Same weight class, same everything like that. So this was just a normal fight. It's called Copa America, or American. That's the competition we did. First one was Jiu-Jitsu World League. So we go out there, we fight. Gi was first. I did gi and no gi at this competition. So gi was first. In gi, I went for a takedown. We did a lot of back and forth. She's a wrestler, so she's got a good stand-up game. We did a lot of back and forth, pushing, pulling. So I go for a single leg, and she swooped her foot. So I had her leg control in between my legs. She swooped her foot to the side. So I went down into a sprawled position. Let me tell you, we played that sprawled position for like a good 4 minutes. I was worn out. I was just in sprawl trying to take her down because I didn't want to give any points up. Eventually, I think my back went down. I got rolled to try and like change the game up because I was so tired. And I think she passed my guard for 3 points. And that's how she won that one. So I got silver in that fight, which was like, but it's okay. Because this girl's really talented. She's really good. Better watch out for her because she's going to be one of the best. And then we had no-gi. No-gi, this was my second, I think my second no-gi competition ever. So, maybe my third. Yeah, I would say my third, I think. Actually, I'm pretty sure my third. Okay, so we go out there. We end up tied after the match. It's just back and forth. I get I get something, but then she stands up before the 3 seconds, you know, back and forth, same thing. She gets something on me, I stand up before the 3 seconds. So we end 0-0 on the time. So the ref decides to add another minute to go overtime. 2 minutes, I think, to go overtime. So we have 2 extra minutes to go. And in that extra time, I did a takedown and I passed her guard. So I had more points and ended up winning that match by points. So I got 1 gold and 1 silver at that competition. We'll look at the medals. So these are the medals we have so far. This is the first, Jiu-Jitsu World League. Then we got the second medal and the third medal. At the end of the video, you guys can let me know which one's your favorite medal I got this year. Moving on. Then we decided to fly all the way to California, which is far from where I live. My parents let me fly to California. You know how cool that is? Oh, pause. Before that, we had Pan Americans. Huge competition, but I went as a white belt because of the yellow belt. We didn't really know how to go about the situation, so it got messed up. I got disqualified, didn't get a fight at all because I went as a white belt, and they saw I've competed as a yellow belt, and they're like, a white belt is not a yellow belt, and a yellow belt is not a white belt, but a yellow belt's also not a blue belt. So they went in and were like, you got to go up to blue. So we went back after that competition. This is where I got in my funk. I was in a funk a lot of this year, which is kind of sad, but, you know, we're out of it. And so I got my blue belt. So now I'm a blue belt. I got my blue belt, and so then we decided to go to Worlds because I missed out on Pans. I was like, please, can I do a big competition? So we fly to California. We spent like a week and a half there because Jiu-Jitsu World League had a competition as well. Their Worlds competition, which we also were like, if we're flying to California, we might as well get those in too. So I decided to compete in the adult division and the juvenile division. So day 1, this was like a big competition in California for Jiu-Jitsu World League. So they broke it up in 2 days, juvenile and kids one day and adults the other day. So the first day was adults. So I had a pretty good bracket. It was 6 people. I was fighting like the best girl. The girl who I fought that day actually just got promoted to her purple belt, and she earned it because she's amazing. Like, she's really skilled. So I had to fight her first. I'm a juvenile moving up to the adults, and I'm fighting the number 1 girl in the bracket. So I lost that match very quickly. That was the first time I ever got subbed in competition. So I got subbed. I think she had like a mounted triangle choke on me or something, or head and arm triangle choke, actually, I think it was. So I got subbed then. So then I moved to the 3rd place bracket, and I fight this one girl, and I won by points. I won like 22 points to 0. So I was like, ooh, good. I only have to win 1 more to get 3rd. Which then I had to fight this other girl who knew judo. And so I decided to pull guard. She passed my guard and submitted me as well. So I did not place the first day. And you're going to hear a lot of this. So I did not place the adult day. I was very disappointed because the way the bracket was set up, the girl that I beat 22-0, the first person she fought, they went 0-0. So it was ref's decision on how that won. So if I beat the girl 22-0, I know I could have beat the other girl who went 0-0 with her. But the way the bracket was set up, she got 2nd place. So it should have really, in my opinion, been the girl who submitted me the first time, the girl who submitted me the second time, in 2nd place. And then I think I should have been in 3rd place. But it's just the way the bracket worked out, and it's okay. We'll come back next time. Day 2, juvenile day. Mind you, this is my first competition at blue belt, and I got promoted to blue belt a month ago. So March, April, May, 2 months ago. So then we're doing juvenile day 2, which is, I had a 4-person bracket. And the first girl I fought, I'm also in the heaviest weight class in this one because I was not cutting weight. So I was in the 160 plus. I was definitely the smallest person in the bracket. The first girl I fought was really tall, really just strong. She was really tall, really tall. If you look back on my videos, you'll see I fought her. And so she jumped guard, so she got a disadvantage right off the bat. And I forgot about that in the fight. So I'm controlling my guard, but I'm like, shoot, I need a score. I need to do something so that I win this match. So I'm going to try and pass. And I set my foot up to get a good angle. I think she's going for the pendulum sweep. But instead, so I go to base out and post so she can't do that. And I ended up getting arm barred in that first match. So that's crazy. But now I use that at my gym as a submission. So really worked out. So I lost that one. I got put in the 3rd place bracket. Against the girl who lost to the other girl. So now we're fighting. This was a crazy fight in my opinion. She went for a single leg takedown with her head outside. Jiu-Jitsu World League's rule set does not allow that for juveniles. So right off the bat, the ref was like, stop. And was like, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Should have been a penalty, first off. Second off, we continue the fight. We keep going. At one point, I'm on her back most of this fight. I'm trying to get my hooks in, everything like that. At one point in this fight, she rolls, and I pass her guard and hold side control. No points given to me. Should have been 3 points. Then, we got more to the back. She kept standing up. I don't really know what's classified as a takedown, so I don't really know about this, but I just kept controlling her and pulling her back to the ground, like wrestling style, I guess. Then she rolled towards the end and put me in a triangle, which wasn't really there. It was like maybe 20 seconds left on the clock. So I'm just sitting in this triangle, keeping my arm back so she can't armbar it. But she has me in this triangle. Match is over. Score is 0-0. No penalties, no advantages given. I'm like, what? Because I passed her guard. Where's my 3 points? And let me tell you, great opponent and everything. She was really respectful. But her coaches and her parents were so mad. I got the win, as I should have, because she should have got a penalty for the head on the outside single leg. And second off, I should have got 3 points, so I should have won anyways. But her team was like, she had the triangle. But I didn't tap, so it wasn't even there. And the ref was like, I was trying to go for a rear naked the whole time. I wasn't really. I was just trying to control the back. But I got the win anyways. So I got 3rd place at that competition. It was just kind of crazy because they were arguing and really, like, he should have just gave a penalty so they knew because she did that and it was not allowed. So anyways, here's my 3rd place. My first ever time getting bronze. So I was like, ooh, it's okay. First time at blue belt. So that was okay. Then I have to think. Oh, then was Worlds, like a week later. Worlds, IBJJF Worlds. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, signing up for this big ASS tournament. Like, crazy. But I ended up going. First match, I went in. I lasted the 5 minutes, but it wasn't pretty. I don't remember what I lost to. It wasn't that bad. Maybe like 10-0. I don't know. She passed my guard a few times. Wasn't submitted though, so that's what I was happy about. When I stood up, my ears were ringing. I couldn't hear anything. Like, it was crazy. But I lost that. I don't know what I was thinking. But I want to go back this year because I'm a lot better than I was. And I was in this funk from my blue belt because there was a whole situation that got my mind messed up. So I'm still in this funk. Then we come back to our home. And I'm trying to think of what the next competition was. I think it was an open, an IBJJF open, which I went to. I was on vacation, so I was there on vacation, and I decided to go train at one of my good friends' gym, and I trained with her. And then, remember this. So I go and train at this gym. Amazing gym. They're great. Love them. Super kind. The professor there, wow, super nice. Just remember that because we're going to bring that back later on. So I went and trained at her gym. It was good. I felt ready for this competition. I trained. I was like, this girl I'm fighting, like, just like, not to be mean or anything, but I was like, who is she? Like, who am I in IBJJF, but like, who is this other girl too? So I go and I fight her, and I just think I was like too cocky or something because I definitely thought I was going to win. But I got stuck in her guard, and my gi kept getting pulled above my head. So every time it did, she kept pulling the top of the gi, keeping my head down, and I was getting really frustrated. But I just kept trying to break the guard. No points were scored for either of us, but she got the win, I guess, for being more active. Something very frustrating because that was frustrating. So I went home very disappointed after that. Then, let's see, now we're in August. And mind you, Worlds was in May. The Open was in July. And now we're in August. The end of August, we're going to Las Vegas for Jiu-Jitsu Con. Like, whoa, we're traveling again. So we go to Las Vegas for Jiu-Jitsu Con. I'm fighting the girl. When I fought in the juvenile bracket, I didn't have to fight her at this competition, but I'm fighting the girl who got first place on this day. She's my first fight. I don't remember how big the bracket was, but I think it was pretty big. I think there was like 8 girls or 6 girls or something like that. I don't know, which is considered big for me because I'm used to fighting in a 3-person bracket or something. But I know they're just going to get bigger. So we went out. She beat me. I didn't tap. She didn't sub me, but she beat me. I remember she pulled guard and I was trying to pass the whole time. And she wrapped up my arm and then boloed under me. And then I thought I had I looked at my dad because I didn't know what to do. And he told me to go for an ankle lock. So I sat back down and gave up 2 points. And then it just all went downhill from there. So I lost, I think, actually I don't want to say because I don't remember exactly what it was. I think 5-0 or 6-0 or something like that. I don't know. So we lost that one too. We flew all the way. But it was totally worth it in my opinion. Because I met Mackenzie Durham. I don't know if you guys know who that is. But she just won a UFC belt. She's Megaton's daughter. Crazy. It was crazy. She's super nice. And that was one of the best moments of my life. So then after Jiu-Jitsu Con, I don't know, just competing against my friend. The girl I fought was my friend who beat me. So we're friends and everything. So it was all cool. And we're just talking. We're just hanging out and talking. And so I was like, wow, Jiu-Jitsu, I love Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I'm in this funk. I don't know why I'm taking it, I'm taking it too seriously. And I'm just dragging myself downhill. So I decided to go back to the gym. I worked my butt off. I was there constantly. I was training at home constantly, working out constantly, preparing myself for the next competition. So I signed up at Jiu-Jitsu World League. Mind you, at these competitions, I always pray before I fight. And at these competitions, I was doing before where I didn't place. I just listed off a whole bunch that I didn't place. I was saying, give the win to whoever's been working harder. Give the win to whoever's been working harder. Every time I prayed. And the unfortunate matter of the fact is I was saying that because I knew I hadn't been putting in the work. I knew I'd been pretty lazy, honestly. Not putting in the work, not working as hard as I could. And the crazy thing is, the next competition I did was in September. Was it? Yeah, I think it was September 1st or 2nd or something like that. Beginning of the month. I go. Nobody's in my division, so I move up a weight class. Moved up a lot in weight. So it was wait, what did I mean? I moved up to 177 and under. And I usually fight 145 to 159. So that was a big jump in weight. But it was okay. I wasn't too worried about it. I was fighting the adult division. I've been working my butt off. So, yeah. So I moved up from juvenile and a big weight difference to fight at this event. It's Jiu-Jitsu World League. So I get there. There's just me and one other girl in the bracket. So we're fighting. We fight the first round. I think I tried to take down. She tried to take me down. I tried to do the over the head sweep. Didn't work out really well. The score was still 0-0. I tried passing her guard a few times, but she had a pretty good guard retention. This is against the gym I'm telling you I went and trained at while I was on vacation. So they really didn't want to be fighting me, and I really didn't want to be fighting their gym. But, so anyways, that match was over. It ended 0-0. I won. I was in control of the whole match, basically. On the back, passing, just everything like that. So the win was pretty obvious throughout the whole match. because I was active and control the whole match. But so I won that one. And then all of a sudden, this random other girl appeared in the bracket. Like, she wasn't in the bracket, even like on the website. They're just like, she's here. And we were like, okay. So there was another girl I did in the bracket. She fought this girl that I fought the first time and beat her. So then I fought her. And I was a little nervous because she was definitely like a wrestler and had a good stand-up game. But I ended up tripping her and she got taken down. Sprawled, went for the back, controlled mostly. I've been controlling a lot in the back recently. And then rolled her, passed her guard, mounted, and went for an armbar in the last few seconds. So I also got the win to that and got my comeback gold. I remember making a TikTok video. I never posted it, but it was the one that, to the sound like, you know, someone told me I fell off. Ooh, I needed that, you know. So I used the bronze, and I was like, someone told me I fell off. Ooh, I needed that. And with the gold, you know. Anyways, I got my comeback with the gold. And this one felt so crazy. Like I told you before, I was saying give the win to whoever deserves it the most. In this competition, I was saying that I know I worked my butt off. I know I deserve this win. So, yeah. The mentality definitely changed, and it felt great. My first gold at blue belt. Then we go to November 1st, the day after Halloween, so I had no Halloween candy. But, you know, it was worth it because we went and competed at Naga, which I didn't think it was going to be the last competition of the year for me, but it was because I was going to do one more IBJJF, but nobody joined my division, so we didn't get to do that one. But that's okay. So the last one of the year for me is Naga. I'm fighting a girl that I fight all the time. And then I'm fighting another girl. So they're both girls I fought before. The girl I fought at this competition, this one, I fought her in gi and no gi. And then I moved up to adults and up a weight class and fought the girl I fought for this medal, the blue belt, not the green belt. So now we're at this competition, and so the first match I have against this girl is in no-gi. So it's no-gi. The first match we go, we went overtime again. I was playing a stand-up game with a wrestler, not the smartest move, but we were playing stand-up. We went over, it ended 0-0, so we went overtime for I think a minute or 2 minutes. I can't remember the times of overtime, but we went overtime, and she ended up getting a takedown on me, and yeah, so she ended up winning the first round. So I was like, man, but I was still like, I'm in this mentality. I've been working my butt off, so I'm going back. I'm like, who cares? She won the first one. I still have 2 more times to try and come back. If I win this next one, I have 1 more chance. So I come back. This time I decided to pull guard. So I pull guard, and we are scrambling around a lot. But I ended up taking her back, mounting, side control, you know, all that good stuff, and won that match. So now we're 1-1 in no-gi. So then we go again, and I go with the same plan. I don't want her to know what I'm doing, so I kind of like played around for a minute, and then pulled guard again. Did the same thing, took the back, side control, mount, all that jazz. And so we got, actually, this is the division, or the fight that we got the belt in this year. So we got a Naga belt again this year. Looks a little different than last year's, but super cool Naga belt. So we got that. I was stoked because that's the whole reason that I really wanted to compete. I wanted to get another belt to even out my wall. So I was stoked. I was happy. My day could have ended there. But then we moved on to gi, which my gi match kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And that was very frustrating. So it was very like, ugh, by the time it got to my fight. First match, I go out there. This is where, let's look back at the competition where I fought the girl fought from the gym of the gym I visited on vacation and trained at, and the gym I visited and trained at, you know. So this gym I trained at and visited. Their professor came over and decided to coach me in my corner at this competition during gi. And like, that was like the coolest thing ever, because Jiu-Jitsu is such like interesting sport with so much respect. I mean, you're fighting each other. So you'd be like, man, you're fighting each other. You must not like each other at all. Blah, 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 blah. But you really see people's real kindness come out. How they really, like, they're human. Everybody in Jiu-Jitsu is human. So everybody isn't just mean because they fight. It just was really cool to see. He coached me through all 3 of my matches. Well, now you know I did 3. So anyways, the first match, I was playing guard. He told me to go for a collar drag. So I went for the collar drag, didn't work. So I ended up playing guard around spider, lasso. And so I ended up getting the sweep that he was telling me to do. And I come up, and she brings her leg over. Mind you, remember the no-gi match? This girl tried to knee rape me like 6 times. And no penalty, nothing. But in gi, she did it, and it actually hurt. So I tapped, and that's not allowed in juvenile. So she got DQ'd, so I won the first round. So now we have 1 more if I win, 2 more if I don't. So I ended up not winning. She ended up passing my guard in like the last 20 seconds, which was unfortunate, but you know. So I think I lost that one 3-0. And then the same thing the next round. She passed my guard in like the last few seconds, and I was so tired after that match. So I was okay with it though, because we just both deserved a win. I told you guys before, we're very evenly ranked. Now we're both blue belts. So I got silver. And then I told you I signed up in the other division against that one blue belt I fought at the beginning of the year. And she didn't even make the weight class. Like, I fought a lower weight class against the girl in gi and no-gi. And I moved up to this weight class to fight her. And she didn't even make weight inside this weight class. So this girl weighed in like 12 pounds heavier than me. But it was okay, because like that just makes me sound cooler, I think. But so I'm fighting this girl. The ref was funny because I got so many points scored on her. He was like, he thought I was just playing with her. But I mounted, took the back, side control, took down, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, I ended up getting an armbar in the last probably like minute. And then the second match, I went back out there, pulled guard right away, and set up the armbar and got the armbar pretty darn quickly. So I also got gold that match. So that's that. That's our 2025 wrap, guys. We went through every competition I did, all the losses, all the wins, the good moments, the not so good moments. But there was a lot of good moments. Even though I didn't do as well and compete in as many competitions as I would have probably liked this year, I still got a lot done. And we're working towards it. You can't always win. Like, how are you ever going to learn if you always win? That's just kind of a crazy thing to me. So we're going to show all the medals now. And then we're going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys wanted to hear about the yearly wrap. We didn't get to post that much on YouTube this year either. Like I told you, I was in this funk when I first got my blue belt, and I was on this losing streak. And it just didn't feel so good after being on such a big winning streak the previous year. So, yeah, let's go through our medals really quick. So we have the first gold. And then we have silver and gold. And we have bronze and then gold. And then we have our silver and gold. And then our first place Naga Expert Division belt. So that's this year's. I'll be right back, and let's put all the medals together. Okay. Okay guys, here's the medals that we've won. I know there's a lot of people with a lot more, but this is really heavy. And this is pretty good for me and the amount of competitions I'm allowed to do a year. So I'm very happy with this good stack of medals. So yeah, very heavy. So we have our stack of medals, and then we have our 2 Naga belts. See, I told you they were a little different, but both very cool. So now we can look super tough with our Naga belts. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got to catch up a little bit, and 2026 is going to be our year, guys. Trust me, we're going to work our butts off, and we're going to see that improvement. We're going to win. We're going to lose. It's just bound to happen. It happens to the best of us, but as long as you stick with it through the good and the bad, you'll become a black belt one day, and that's really my goal. I want to be a black belt. My real goal is to become a world champion at every belt level. So we're also working really hard to get there. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. This is my journey, trusting God every step of the way. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.